Good morning.
Mr. Thomas, you're charged in two cases. You're charged with you're charged with evading arrest, assault bodily injury, and then you also have a felony assault of a public servant. On our case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one.
We're in the court.
Okay.
An officer was dispatched to Klein Collins High School, a public school in Harris County, Texas, for an assault on a student and a public servant. The defendant trespassed and assaulted a male minor, 15 years old, as well as assistant principal Tyler Smith by punching them multiple times around the body and head area while they were on the ground, causing pain. Both complaining witnesses claimed injuries to their head, back, shoulder, and wrist areas. While officer attempted to detain the defendant, he evaded on foot. Officer told the defendant to stop multiple times while in full police uniform. The defendant evaded for approximately 0.4 miles and was eventually caught and arrested by another officer outside the school building while running towards a wooded area.
That's the officer that he allegedly assaulted?
No, he didn't assault the officer. He assaulted the assistant principal.
Was that was the public servant?
Correct, Judge. I think the school video is going to show a little bit different, but that's okay. He's doing felony court today, and when he got his PIA rollover, they gave him the wrong information at the jail because it had been reset from 9/3 on the felony PIA rollover to 9/6, which was the same date your original court date here was. So we are here. I'm asking that the court reinstate the bond with whatever bond conditions the court deems appropriate, and I have to send him up to felony court, but I told felony court we're coming to you first.
Got it. What conditions have they put on him now, Justin?
He has bond conditions up there, Judge. No contact, I think, with the school and the yes, sir. No contact with the school. I have all the bond conditions up.
I see it.
No contact with the complainant. So do you want to just follow the exclusions? Do you want to follow the?
Yeah, I'm going to mirror the conditions upstairs. So, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to test you. If I find that you're using any kind of alcohol or dope, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR months. Do you understand? You're not to be in possession of any weapons, not to go back to the school, not to have contact with any of the complaining witness in this case. I'm going to protect my county, Mr. Thomas, and I'm going to do it at all costs. And I don't care if you're kicking and screaming and crying that you got to go to jail, but that's what I'm going to do. You've got a great lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Kiter, and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. But if he tells me that you're ducking and dodging, that's it. You're not getting any more PR bonds from us. You understand? Do you already have a future date for the felony case, Justin?
Your Honor, no, not yet. I promised them we're going up to felony.
So I'll have him sign conditions now. We'll send him up. And then if you want to email Victoria later, whatever date you get over there, we'll mirror the date.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. That'll save us a
Okay,
trip.
man. Okay. We'll have you sign a reset. You'll get with pre-chop your bond conditions, and then you got to go upstairs.
You're reinstating
Go to
now?
185.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to reinstate your bond now. This is the only time it's going to happen.
State meaning.
Meaning that I issued a warrant for your arrest because you failed to appear. So if you take off again, I will issue another warrant, and I'm not going to give you another free bond. I'm going to reinstate the bond now, but this is the only time it's going to happen. Do you understand? What do you do with yourself these days?
I go to work and I help my mom around the house. She has back problems, back surgery. So she can't.
Where do you work?
I'm a chef at Russo's Italian, New York Pizza, New York Russo's Pizza.
Okay. Are you working there full time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's another condition. When people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. So you need to do something full time, either work or get into school. No part-time stuff. You've got to work full time or get into school full time. You understand?
And then both of them.
Good. All right. Okay. Hi, Ann. Happy Friday.
Yes, it is. It's a busy Friday.
Right.
I'm approaching on London Collins. She's on docket today on the bond docket. As part of her bond conditions, you ordered her to find full-time work. She is on Social Security disability because she can't work.
Why?
She's got intellectual and learning disabilities. I'm getting documentation from mom. Mom is here, so I don't know if you want.
Okay, yeah, bring mom,
Okay.
mom come up. Yeah.
And this is Miss Collins and mom.
Hi, Ms. Collins. Thank you. Mom. So you're okay. Thank you so much for coming. Do you know what happened?
Yeah,
Do you want to hear it? What happened?
Well, I believe she was also on the
I was on
FaceTime when the incident.
Incident happened.
Okay, so, I mean, if you want to go through it, we can.
No. I just wanted to know whether you knew about what happened or not, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm the firm believer that if you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. You know, in this life, your brain craves activity. You need something to do, whether it's, you know, working, schooling, something, you know, a hobby. And it scares me that she's sitting at home doing nothing all day. I don't know. You know her obviously better than I do. Is she able to work?
To be honest with you,
Even a part-time job?
she did have one, at Complex, being a host. She was only working there like on Saturday and Sunday.
That's great.
It was a situation that happened where she's very emotional, and a customer hollered at her, and she was crying. So she called me to calm her down, and her manager didn't like that. And so,
Hence it spiraled out of control.
right, so they sent her home, and I calmed her down and everything, and I told her it's okay. You know, don't take it personally. You know, it's dealing with customers.
And Ms. Collins, she's right. You know, the problem is that when what was it she was doing?
She hosted for parties, like children's parties. Funplex, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's it has like a arcade and things like that, rides for children.
You know, Ms. Collins, when you work in this type of industry, like either the restaurant industry or the type of work where you have to make people happy, it's really tough because, you know, as my marketing professor once told me, you can't be all things to all people. It's impossible to make everyone happy. You know, me here in this job that I have now, you know how many people I make upset? I've got so many people breathing down my right neck at this very moment because they're unhappy with me, right? And, you know, but we still try to do the best job we can, right? So that industry is really tough because even no matter how hard you try to make someone happy, someone's still going to be unhappy. And the idea is that when you face that person, you got to break away. And even if it's for, you know, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you just go away, go to the bathroom and you know, be by yourself. You know, next time if this would ever happen, ask to go to the bathroom. No one's going to follow you in the bathroom. And that's the perfect time to call mom. And then perhaps at that time she can, you know, but the problem is she going to stay at home do nothing all the time?
No, I try to help her find things that she's interested in. Like all her life, I put her in, even in school, different programs, different activities, band,
Great.
karate, orchestra.
Well, then I'll leave it with you. You know, I don't know all the circumstances of everybody that comes down here. That's why when I have like a parent or a loved one come up, and I love to talk to them so that they can tell me, give me insight of how this person is, what the quirks are, what they're doing, and because obviously you know better than I do. So, I mean, is she living with you now? Okay, so I'll leave her in your care then. If you don't think that, I'll take it off.
Okay.
So that she doesn't have to, we won't make it a condition of her bond.
I want her to do things. I'm trying to find her things that she enjoys so she can make a career out of it and at least do something with her time.
Ms. Collins, you need to understand that while she is absolutely fantastic and fabulous, she's not going to be here forever. She's, you're going to get older. Things in life don't get easier. They get so much more difficult. And what you do now, you're setting yourself up for the next 40 to 50 years of your life. And if you don't set yourself some kind of career, something to do, when she passes on, you're going to have nothing. She gets disability now? How much?
They go by my income coverage. Just actually started it back up again, so it's like 100, but it goes by my.
If you don't have income, does she get more?
Correct.
Okay, so perhaps it's a lot, I don't know, but is it enough to survive? Is it going to be enough to survive for the rest of your life? That's what you got to think about. Now is the best time for you to get a career, learn a hobby, learn a trade, and go with it. And perhaps,
She likes to braid hair.
great.
And we went to go do that, and then she was like, we did all the steps, and she was like, well, I don't think I'm gonna do that now.
Actually, we have a career fair that's coming in about a month. I can give you a flyer, and we have all kinds of different jobs, businesses that are going to be there. I'm going to be there too. I'm happy to meet you there, and we'll see if they have something that's to her liking. And if not, she's not obligated, but
She loves animals. That's another passion of hers. She
That's great.
loves animals.
hey, look, you don't even have to please animals.
She loves them.
Well,
Like,
if you feed them,
Great.
you're happy.
We got to, yeah, that's right.
she
Feed 'em.
loves them. Like, her and animals, they just come to her. She loves animals.
What about that? Work at a vet's office. You thought about that?
She's scared of like blood and stuff like that.
You're going to see it. That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
so she's like, I don't want to.
I'll leave it to you. We're having a job and career fair at the beginning of November. Stop by.